let's do it.
Might as well quit now then, eh? I'm coming to the realization that I need to make this a little bit more entertaining for you. Normally, what you have in a video, and I should know this because I've been making videos for like 10 years, you follow a narrative. How do you have that narrative? There's a character, who's me, he has a problem or some sort of mission. Also, there's the beginning part, which is the framing of the problem. And there's everything in the middle, which is the progression towards the end point. So this is what this is gonna be. I'm gonna frame the week, right? So at least you have something to like look forward to throughout the video. Like, did he do that part? Did he do that part? All right, we're currently on week 5 of my 12-week year book thing. If you don't know what it is, I'm not gonna explain it right now, but where it's just some productivity thing. I'll get into it like once I actually finish it. There's some quite important goals that I need this week. I've got a new client, but we haven't actually signed a contract yet, and I haven't got the cash. I haven't collected the cash. That's quite a big point because cash is running a little bit low in the business. This whole thing is very new, right? And cash flow is very important for me to like make stuff happen, to like hire people, to get locations, etc., etc. So collecting that cash is gonna be a big one this week. This one website video that I've been working for like 2 months, that's kind of like it's unnecessarily complicated. I want to finish it this week, at least to like 95%. I need to finish my first ever ads for my first client. And on top of that, reaching out to 100 paid media agencies to be their partner as a creative agency. So I make all their videos essentially. All right, now we've framed the mission. Let's get into the video and see how I get on, mate. The documentation starts properly now. About time, innit? Oh, it is flipping cold this morning, mate. Jesus Christ. Tell you what, mate, it's a nice feeling being the first in WeWork. It's a bit of a selfish feeling, isn't it? It's like, oh yeah, I'm better than others. It's already a successful morning, you know? Half the job is just turning up. All right, if people are gonna actually follow this, then I should probably tell you what I'm doing. Yesterday, I actually delivered my first ever set of social media ads. They were kind of these like fake podcasts. So that's very exciting. And also on the same day, I basically confirmed a new client. It's bigger, a little bit more money, though, and I also think I'll be able to get better results. That's exciting. So today, the number one task is research. Research, baby. The research stage is pretty intensive when it comes to these things. Also, this is a lesson of saying no. Back in December, there's a company I work with and they were like, oh, we need this video, website video. And because at the time I wasn't like 100% in on this ad thing, I was kind of playing in my mind. I said yes, knowing that I wasn't doing it for the right reasons. So then what ended up happening is the project dragged on and on and on. But hopefully, my goal is to finish it by the end of this week, which is maybe a little bit unreasonable, but by next week it's definitely going to be done. I hired this guy off Twitter to help me with it, and he just sent me the first draft, and I've not seen this yet, so I might as well show you. I don't think there's an NDA or anything like that, mate. We can watch it together, you know what I mean? Solid start. Still plenty of work to do, but yeah, I kind of had to make an executive decision on this one where because I have an editor working for me kind of part-time, about 4 hours a day, and I gave him this to do, but I realized it really wasn't the right fit, and I kind of had to be like, all right, let me take this project off him and offload it to another editor, which I think it was definitely the right decision. It'll end up being a lot more expensive for me, but sometimes you got to spend money, you know, to like provide a good thing to a client. And to be honest, I take pride in what I do, mate, so I rather make less profit but actually keep myself to a certain standard. I think that's playing the long game. You build better relationships with people, you know what I mean? And also, like, I want to make ads for this company, so sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, mate. For the video you just saw, I got a voiceover done from Fiverr, and I haven't heard it yet, so we'll get to hear it together once again.
Guiding and supporting you with powerful tools curated by music industry experts.
It's not bad. Could be a bit quicker, but not bad. Quick interlude. Get some electrolytes, because later today, trying something new at the gym. It's called the Norwegian 4x4. That's supposedly meant to be really good for your VO2 max, and it's going to be pretty painful. Anyway, Prague's fucking stunning in the summer, mate. In the summer, in the light. Electrolytes acquired, and I'm getting some creatine as well. I've had creatine in ages, mate. Apparently well good for you. Good for your brain, and also makes your muscles look bigger. So that's nice. Now, back to the trenches. More than anything, it's kind of like a plan for tomorrow, because I know that's kind of it's gonna. Sundays just mad pretty. Bad news, boys and girls. I'm not the first one in WeWork. Someone's back's already here. Might as well quit now, don't I? Let me tell you something I've been thinking about, yeah? Very high importance. In these sort of past 2 years that I've been trying to make this whole thing work, I've always thought I had to find the right thing to do. Like something that would be really fun and satisfying and etc, etc. And although that is all very true and very good, quite often you get stuck in a trap of just trying to find a perfect thing rather than just going for it and making anything the perfect thing. Bit of a cliche saying in like business and whatever. It's like it's really not about like what business you're in. It's just about like falling in love with the game. Basically the first time that I'm kind of realizing that. What I'm doing right now, there's a lot of opportunity for growth, but this time last year I did not think I was going to be doing this specific thing at all. I was like, no, there's no way I'm going to be doing ads, it's only going to be organic, blah 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 blah. And although I still believe that's the future, kind of doesn't really matter. Play the cards you've been given. So yeah, I've been thinking about that. A lot of thinking, like. Anyway, back in WeWork. Let's have some coffee, eat some oats. Two things when it comes to like building a business slash like working for yourself. First one is the main difference between having a job and then building a business. So when you have a job, you more or less know what to do. Someone tells you, your manager, whatever, it's like, hey, you need to do that task, and then you get it done throughout the day or throughout the week, whatever. If you have a good manager anyway, you have tasks that are set for you. When you're growing a business or you work for yourself, the amount of tasks that you can do are unlimited. They're unlimited. You can be doing reach out, you can be doing service delivery, you can be trying to find new people, you can try to better yourself, like, do you know what I mean? Unlimited. I've gone down the path of like productivity a lot, like how to improve my productivity, and there is absolutely nothing better in productivity than before you actually sit down to work, knowing what you're actually going to be working on and knowing how long you're going to be doing that thing for. Honestly, those two things are the 80-20 rule, if you know about the 80-20 rule. If you know what you're doing and you know how long you're doing it for, and you eliminate everything else is like bullshit, nonsense. You shouldn't be doing it. Like for example, this morning, I kind of did a slight mistake. I knew what I was doing. I knew how to do some creative strategy for an upcoming shoot, but I didn't set how long. So I kind of was doing it for like 2.5, 3 hours, and then I started like waving off, starting doing other tasks. And then this is why I'm up here right now, to like recenter myself, be like, all right, what am I actually going to be doing, for how long am I going to be doing it? So yeah, if you're trying to do this whole productivity thing, yeah, before you do anything else, like try and like eat some fucking beef liver and I don't know, trying to maximize your performance and fucking whatever. Set a goal and set how long you think is going to take you, and then do anything else throughout that whole time. Tip for the day. All right, it is very grim outside today. Feels like London. I spent some more time on the research on this, to be honest. It was nice to come up and like kind of like two of them can gang up on one and like they can laugh, and then perfect. All right, guys. Hey, today's a good day, man. I allowed myself a little lie-in. 9:43. I've been waking up at like 5:30 every day for the last like 2 weeks or something. Even today, this morning I woke up at 5 a.m. and then I told myself, do you know what? Once in a while, a little lie-in is good. Basically, all the goals for this week are nearly done. The new client is happy, like with all the stuff we've been doing so far. The like website video that's been hanging over my head for the last 2 months is like nearly finished. All the hard work's paying off. Yeah, this morning I was like, cool. Woke up at 5. I was like, no, let me just go back to sleep. Slept for another couple hours. Oh, look at the sun's out. Great day, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Great. Got my banana. Feel like I'm going on an expedition, as per usual. A bit of like essentially some reflection on what we did, how we can do it better, like what would next round, what would make it like a lot easier. Prague's fucking buff, but also they literally have like a motorway in front of the National Museum. What's that all about, mate? I was having such a great day this morning. My vibe was up there, mate. And I think sometimes when you let go of the pedal a little bit, let a bit loose, and I don't set the tasks and the goals and the thing that I talked about yesterday, honestly, everything falls apart. Today wasn't really that productive. To be honest, it didn't need to be, so that's kind of okay. I guess it's kind of fine to have one off day when you essentially work every day. That's kind of the beauty of coming in every day, that if you have one off day, it doesn't really matter. The client call went really well. I guess one of the reasons why it went so well was put a lot of fucking work up until that call. They were like, cool, this sounds pretty great, to be honest. It's so much of this is just about building trust with the client and just making them aware that, hey, their money is being spent well. They want to get a return on their investment. It makes sense. The other thing, managing people. So I've got like a part-time editor that's with me, technically working 4 hours a day, but now we finished the first set of ads. I don't technically have any work for him. And you know, you could say like you can hire someone project on project basis, but the thing is, it's like I would way rather build a good relationship with someone, and also I'm trying to teach him as much as I can, invest in him, so that hopefully pays in the long term. Now that we don't have anything to do, what I told him was like, all right, instead of just not doing anything, let's spend 4 hours a day making you better. We find some tutorials, we find some courses, so when the next edit comes, we're even better. So he can increase his skills, so he can provide me more value, and that way I can pay him more money. It's like a win-win, do you know what I mean? For everybody. But it's focusing on long-term shit, man. If I want to focus on a short-term profit, I'll just be like, yo, I'm gonna stop paying you and I'm gonna come find you when I need an edit again. But from his point of view, if someone gives him a better deal, why would he go back to me when he can go back to someone else? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so much of it is about building that trust, mate. I think things are moving in the right direction. Time to go have some dinner and finish the day on a high. Just things weren't going great, so I think sometimes when things aren't going great in a day, you just need to know when to call it a day, rather than just staying at work and not really being that productive and end up feeling even worse. I know my limits now. If it's not going well, call it a day, go to the gym, go have some dinner, start again tomorrow. And that's what I'm doing right now. Oh, good old Saturday, right? No one else is here, just how I like it. Got some overnight oats in a peanut butter jar that wasn't clean, which means peanut butter in my overnight oats. Very exciting. Rice, sausage, and veggies. Nice. Let me show you actually what I bring to WeWork every single day. Got my, I freaking love this, Stalogy yearbook. I can believe it, this is 365 pages, but the pages are so thin. I love this. Oh, and this pen. It's a Jetstream, I don't know, it's in Japanese, 3 colors, and it's not too thick. I love it. This is sick. It took me so long to find this. I kept seeing people in WeWork use these. I wanted like a stand for my laptop because obviously I'm quite tall. If my laptop was so far down, like my neck kept hurting. So I got this, Wink. Pretty freaking high, and actually it's too high, so I'll just bring it down a little bit every time. It's even adjustable, do you know what I mean? Then we have the Logitech Pebble keys, very cheap, but great. Portable Bluetooth keyboard, the master of all mouses. You know about this mouse here? This is the one, fam. The Logitech Master X3X, what is it? MX Master 3S. All right, we're coming to the end of the week. It's Saturday, I'm nearly finishing my day, and let's wrap this thing up. I delivered my first ever set of ads this week. Cool. The client is signed. I haven't collected the money from them, or that we haven't signed a contract yet, but things are moving. So it's always a bit weird when you're starting a new business and a new thing, because people obviously don't have that trust with you. So them giving you the money, you know, in an ideal world for them, it's like they'll get the service, they'll get all the products, and then they'll give you the money. But there's a lot of risk in that. As an agency especially, you collect the money first and then you deliver the product. Unlike a freelancer, where quite often you do the service first and then you get the money. Anyway, so that isn't done. The website video is almost finished. There's a couple little bits that are gonna be done next week. I really hope that we're gonna close that chapter. This year is gonna be a real grind. I'm gonna end the day with, I'm gonna spend some time on this whiteboard behind me, do some strategy just for the company. As part of like the 12-week year, I'm supposed to be doing this every week, but I've actually never done it so far because it's kind of felt a bit pointless, but I think there's some value in it. So just gonna spend some time, strategy, see where I should be putting my energy, see where I should be doing, and then go from there, make a bit of a plan for next week. I don't know if this is going to be like a weekly thing. It might be for the time being until I sort of like figure out how I want to document it properly. It might be short form, it might be long form. I don't know yet. But over time I figured out there's no better way of finding out than just by doing the thing. So I'm doing the thing, and over time I'm sure it will cultivate in something that I enjoy doing. So yeah, come on, have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.